real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Sierra Williams dated the defendant for 6 years, and they have a daughter together. Sierra says after they moved in together, the defendant started drinking heavily and became violent. Sierra's suing because the defendant cheated and punched Sierra's car windows and then kicked her vehicle. Defendant Jamar Sane admits that he and Sierra fought, but says if anything, Sierra is the violent one. Jamar admits that he cheated and says after he got caught, Sierra tried to run him over with her car. He's countersuing for an assault and the cost of a television.
Start with you.
I met Jamar Sane in 2007 during my high school year. We started dating for 6 years. We have a daughter together, and everything was fine. We started hanging out and doing family things, and we moved into our apartment in 2011. He started drinking and basically arguing and starting.
He wasn't doing that before?
No.
Why do you think he began doing it?
I think it's once we got into our apartment, he just had a lot of freedom and having company come over, and he just started.
Seems like he would have more freedom before you moved into an apartment together.
Well, I don't know what happened.
All right, but he changed after you moved in.
Yes. And he just started being violent towards me, arguing, accusing me of doing things that I haven't done.
How often was he violent towards you?
Whenever he's drunk. That's when he started.
How often was that?
Almost every other day.
Can't say that.
Physically violent towards you every other day? Huh?
That's a
Verbally.
lie.
All right. That's very inflammatory. And you kind of got a little smirk on your face like you want to grin. Because I was about to have a little different reaction with him.
Right, thank you.
Telling me this man jumping on you every day.
He can get there. If
I make you said he got there every other day. So how often was he physically violent towards you? Now you're grinning again. Let me get to you because I'm not. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling you grinning while you're talking about how often a man was violent towards you. Go ahead, sir. What do you want to tell me about the relationship?
The relationship was cool, like she said, for the first part, but when she said we moved into an apartment, she wasn't even there most of the time. That's why I was able to do what I was doing, like what I wanted to do, because she wasn't there.
Well, was she work?
I was at work.
And you laying at home playing video and having fun, smoking weed, got your boys coming over.
I don't even play video games. Like I go to work every day.
You did work also?
I work every day.
Good, all right.
About 6 days a week.
Come on over.
Right. Right. Y'all coming there.
I'm paying all the bills, so I don't gotta ask nobody to do nothing, especially if they not present.
Have your friends over, that's right.
And it wasn't like she said every day. Probably when she came, they was there. That was out the whole year. Probably
and they weren't disruptive to the household?
Yes, drinking and smoking while our daughter there.
All right. And how old is your daughter?
3.
Okay. And you ever drank or smoke around your daughter?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so you need to be conscious of that. You don't need to do that around your daughter.
Right.
But let's talk about this violence she's alleging.
Oh, look how little she is. Me being violent to her, like she said, we get into arguments, that's typical, but as far as like physical abuse, no.
How long you all been together?
Like she said, about 6 years.
All right, how many times have you
We done got into altercations before, like fights and stuff, but no hospital bill or nothing like that.
I hope not.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how she that's how she trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? She trying to make it seem like I just be going upside her head.
Over 5 times in 6 years?
Yes.
I'd probably say about 5 times, like major fights.
All right, that's too many. Did you call the police any of these times while you over there grinning?
No, I should have.
Okay, good enough.
See?
All right, let's talk about the car damages you're suing for. And by the way, it's not funny. It's nothing to grin at when a man's going upside your head. That's something to call the police or call your father.
I did.
Or go in the kitchen. Or try to make it to that kitchen.
She violent too, though.
Go ahead. Now let's talk about these car damages.
Okay.
I'm not suggesting violence. I'm suggesting self-defense. So that's why, I'm not ashamed to tell these women, hey, if this man would otherwise beat you down, you can't get away, it's time to try to make it to that kitchen. Car damages, how are you suing him for that?
August 3rd, I had received a message from one of his girls stating that she had been with Jamar in our apartment. So that night I went off on him, cussed him out, whatever. And then I had left and went to my mother's house. The next day, when I did talk to him, I told him that I was going to come back because I was going to let her run me out my apartment because we still had our lease to go through. So that night, that same day, he came home. He was drunk as I don't know what, came home, punching the door, trying to get to me, trying to attack me, accusing me of the reason why he did what he did was my fault, and was trying to fight me.
You called the police?
No, but his cousin came in, and he tried to break it up, tried to get Jamar to leave. He would not leave. Like, he tried to.
How did he get in?
The door was already open.
I thought you said he was banging on the door trying to get in.
No, once he got in the house, I had locked our bedroom door, and he was punching it, trying to break the door. So I finally opened it, that's when he started going off on me.
Why'd you open it if you knew he was trying to attack you violently?
Because she lying?
Because I didn't know what the problem was. I didn't know he was drunk at the time.
No, but you knew he was trying to attack you violently. He was trying to kick the door in. He was banging with his fists. You heard him banging, ma'am. That's what you said was happening. Huh?
So once I opened
No. Let's not go past that. Why did you open it, and why didn't you call the police?
I didn't know that he was intoxicated.
All right, ma'am. That's why your stories are kind of hard to believe about the violence. He attacks you regularly. You have never called the police on him. This time, he's right there at the bedroom door, banging, kicking, about to beat you down. These are your words. And your response isn't to call the police. Your response is to go and open the door? What happened when you opened the door, ma'am?
He was basically in my face, trying to accuse
Let's get to
me.
the car damages.
Okay.
What happened?
Right. Thank you.
After his cousin came in and tried to break it up, I ran outside, jumped in my car, and he followed me outside, banging on my door, trying to punch the door windows in. So when I backed the car out and tried to take off, that's when he kicked the side of my door, and I have pictures, and this is not the first time he done this. This is the second incident where he kicked my car.
Sir, what do you want to tell me?
I believe we here because she still hurt at the fact that I cheated. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me what happened though.
Like, we did get into it. She left, but
how'd you get into it?
Like she said, I came home, but the bedroom door was never closed or none of that. I walked straight in the room. We got to talking.
Let's start with you sleeping with a woman in the same apartment you all lived in together.
Technically, I feel like she didn't live there.
What made you feel technically that she didn't?
Because I'm paying all the bills and she was never there.
So
because of your drink,
she was never there. She
Where
never
would she
was there.
be?
Let her tell it at work and at her mama's house.
Your child stayed there?
Yes.
And her clothes were there?
Yes.
Did they have sex in the same bed that you all sleep in?
From what I heard, yes.
No.
I don't know.
No, I'm telling you.
All right, let's get to the car, sir.
The car, whatever happened, we got into it. It was true, like I came outside, but no punching the window, none of that. She tried to run me over. And she ran over my cousin's foot in the midst of doing all that, and I did
Why'd
kick
you
the
come
car.
out to do what?
She left, I was trying to say bye to my daughter or whatever, but let her tell it. I did something else. I did put a dent in the car because she tried to run me over.
No,
My point is, why did you come out there, period? If you all were involved in an altercation, why did you come out?
I mean, because I feel like I wasn't at her. I wasn't at her. Plus, my cousin stayed out there in the same complex.
What did you come out to do? You all were arguing.
We was going to my cousin's house. My cousin stayed up. Like my cousin was there.
All right. Well, I believe her trying to run you over was self-defense. Because I don't believe what you're telling me. I don't believe you just came out there to say bye to your child. That's what you told me. Bye, baby. That's why I'm out here. Nobody tries to run a person over who's coming to say bye. $1,500, how does she owe you for pain and suffering due to an assault?
Because one time I was asleep after that happened. She came in the house like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, throwing her keys at me, envelopes, whatever she could off the table, waking me up, arguing, trying to fight me. Like she did this for like a week straight. About the little cheating incident, which I did it. Having a woman sleep in her bed, having sex in your bed. I didn't sleep in her bed, which was my bed. Sex with, at my house. I bought that bed at my house. Okay. All right, you deserved everything you got. Your claim is dismissed and yours is granted. Have a good day. I mean, I wanted everything to be cool, but you know you was lying in there though.
No, I
ain't
didn't.
mad at
I didn't
you.
lie about
I ain't
anything.
mad at you. I ain't mad
Pick
at
my
you.
car. That's all I
I
wanted
picked
you to
your
do.
car,
Just
that's
pay
it.
for it.
And I want my TV back.
Okay, you can have it.